What up, 12th man? It is Blue Friday today, the weekend of the Denver Broncos game. What's up? And so hyped up for this one. So much at stake for this game. I know it's only game number 2, but after last week, we need this one, especially going into the bye week. We don't want to go into the bye week with this stank going into it. So, must win in my book. But let's back up for a second, all right? First of all, today is September 19th. Blue Friday, but it's also a special day for me because, let me just get it out there, it is my birthday today. Thank you very much. Thank you to all you guys. A lot of you on Facebook have been sending me birthday wishes, so I appreciate that. So that just makes this weekend all the more special, and all I want for my birthday is a Seahawks win on Sunday. Yes. In some ways, I feel like I've already had a little of a mini birthday present. Have you guys seen my Rivals Seahawks Broncos video where I destroyed that crazy Broncos fan? It's been doing pretty well lately. Not really so much on YouTube, but on Facebook, our local radio station, 950 KJR Sports Radio, they promoted it on their Facebook website, and man, it just took off like wildfire. I couldn't believe it because it's been kind of just so on YouTube, but it just blew up big time on Facebook. So something like 100-something thousand views in just like half a day. So thank you to KJR for doing that, and thanks for all you guys for watching it and helping spread the word. I really appreciate it. We worked really hard for that on that video, and we're really proud of it, and it's cool that it's finally getting some legs, so thank you guys. So that was kind of a nice little, for me, a little advanced birthday present going into this weekend. I wanted to read this comment from one of the haters. I love reading haters' comments, actually. It's fun. It means you're striking a nerve in somebody about the video, and it's from a 49er fan, so I had to read this to you guys. It's pretty hilarious. What does he say? You're lame, bro. Seattle fans aren't even loud. It's the stadium. Every Seattle fan is lame. Wow, congrats, you won last year. Even ESPN showed clips of Legion of Boom. You're secondary if you don't know what I'm referring to because you probably never played football. Wrong on both counts. Holding the Niners every play. God, and Richard Sherman is a thug. It's not racist because I know people who are Mexican, Asian, and white that are thugs. So please, if you want to make fun of the Niners, you'll probably say things in the video like, Niners talk about their 5 Super Bowls too much, and that was the past. All the legends we had, that we moved out of San Francisco, that our coach says dumb stuff. We all know, bro, nothing original you can put on about our Niner fans. So my response was, thanks for your comment. You pretty much wrote the script for me. So I really appreciate it. It saves me a bunch of work. Look for it before our Thanksgiving game. Go Hawks! So there. You try me with the sorry comment like that, that's the result you're going to get. But a lot of you have asked me, what I thought about the San Diego game, which I am going to post the Norb-Cam of watching that game. I watched it with Paul Beyer from 12's, and we sat there and did kind of a 2-person, analysis of her watching the game, and not good. But I walked away with some positives as well as negatives from that game. So. Get the Chargers, wrap that up real quick here. So, a lot of people there's been a lot of buzz on there that the Chargers figured us out. They've exposed us, they've exposed Sherman, they've exposed the LOB and all that stuff. No, let's just kind of get back to basics. Okay, first of all, kudos to the San Diego Chargers because they had a fantastic game plan to basically not try to beat us at a game they couldn't win. Instead, they just ran a lot of underneath stuff, mixed up the receiver routes to kind of mix up the coverage. And I think Seattle just had a kind of hard time dealing with that. But you can bet they're going to be on top of that this week because Denver will certainly be running a similar type of thing. And I think they've learned from that. So our players are still the same players. I think they just just maybe weren't quite as prepared as they could have been. Maybe slightly overlooked it, I'm thinking. I know I did. I even know I was looking past this game. But really, Seattle really were in this game, despite the things that made it look like it should have been a complete landslide. The fact that they were down by 6 points with only and a chance to win with only 3 minutes left speaks to the fact that we still did some good things on both sides of the ball. I think the biggest thing that changed that game despite how poorly, or lopsided so many of the statistical categories were, was the fact that if you take away two key stats, and that is the -1 turnovers, where the Percy fumble we lost, and Bruce Irvin with that stupid penalty that would have forced the Chargers to kick a field goal instead of gave them a first down, and then they eventually scored a touchdown. You count those two right there, and that's a swing of points that we would have probably had the lead on, I bet. And that's without even changing anything else, all right? Now, so that's how close it really still was in that game. But they obviously, I think, were affected by the heat. Anytime you have your defense out there for 42 minutes, and then add that to the fact that they're playing 42 minutes in that heat, I mean, they're already going to be tired on a regular game. Add that 110 plus degrees heat, of course they're going to be extra beat. So you can only expect them to do so much under those circumstances. But some of it was self-inflicted. They didn't get off the field on third down. And I said from the beginning, before the Packer game, on one of these blogs, I said I think the key to us being able to repeat is we're going to have to improve third down efficiency on both sides. We've got to do better than 50%, and we can't let other teams be better than 50%. Well, we were sub 50 on offense, and they were above 50 on offense. Like I said, that's not a winning formula, and that's what happened. That said, and all still those factors aside, you really got to give credit to Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates. I mean, they were the scoring. He was 7 passes, 3 touchdowns, 7 for 7, just to that one man who scored the 21 points. That essentially was the difference. And the reason I don't worry too much about this is because if you look at every single one of those plays, Phillip Rivers did an amazing job of, and some of these he was getting under pressure, getting out of that pressure, and still making a perfect throw to him to make the catch, especially the last one where he did the one-handed catch. And Chancellor was just this far away from doing one of his collisions to knock that ball out. It just this much off the whole time. But you take away, I don't think Rivers and Gates are going to connect like that in that perfect. I mean, that was a perfect game. 7 for 7 targets and 3 touchdowns. It will never get better than that. And so they had the game of their life against us. And perfect throw at the perfect time. You can't defend it. The coverage was not bad. It was not bad. So they made the perfect plays when they had to, and that was really the difference. And so that's what I'm saying. I think as a whole we'll be fine. We just got to kind of get back to basics. So the bads of that game, the things that we definitely did not do. I already said third down efficiencies, but they didn't have enough quarterback pressure. I don't think we had any sacks, but they really didn't need to get sacks on them. You really just need to get someone like Peyton Manning or Phillip Rivers. You just need to move them off their spot, get them uncomfortable, and then they start making bad throws. But you leave them back there, and they have all the time to pick you apart. It's not going to be good. So we got to change that up. We got to get that better this week, and it will be, because we're at home. CenturyLink, right? It's going to be a totally different thing. So I think that will improve just because of the noise and man, baby. Anyway, let's see. And we didn't rush the ball enough. I think we were rushing well. 13 rushes for 108 yards. Lynch had like an average of 5 or 6 yards a carry. So he only touched the ball 6 times. So a lot of it was just because we were playing from behind. We were kind of playing catch up. And then when we did have 2-minute drives, one that we scored on in like less than a minute, Turbin is normally the 2-minute guy. So, there were reasons we didn't give as many touches, but either way, we've got to set the tone by establishing the run better. So, because of our drives that we did score on, a couple of them were so fast. Once again, it still didn't give our defense enough time to rest. So even when the offense did score, it was these quick drives. The defense is still catching their breath, So it just continued to put more pressure on the D. But so that's it. As I'm going to talk about the Chargers game. All right, so that's behind. Put that aside. Let's focus on the Broncos. Like I said, we are at home. 12th man will be louder, and we thought we were loud opening game. I think it's going to be even crazier because everyone's feeling the pressure of this. We're 1-1. We just lost a game. What? That doesn't happen. So I think everyone will have this little bit of desperation wanting to get this going into the bye week. So I think everyone will be amped up. The Seahawks, I can't imagine, can't be more amped up than they'll ever be, but they just have to be careful not to be too amped up, because you get too overhyped and then you start not playing smart, sound defense. You start overplaying, over pursuing, trying to do too much, and then you leave your gaps open and things like that. So they gotta stay in form, you know, stay in their zones and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if they can get that done. Again, it won't be hot. It's gonna be nice, comfortable Puget Sound weather. And no one's looking past this game. I mean, this is the focus of this game. So I think this whole week, it's been pretty clear that the Seahawks have been ultra razor focused with their attention. It's been kind of, what I heard, kind of quiet. And sounds like they didn't take that loss too well either. So I think they got something. They're hungry for this. So anyway, Sunday, baby, gonna be there. I will be shooting, of course, Norb-Cam, and we got to just get it done. You know, I'll be screaming my lungs out, trying to help this team, just like everybody else. Quiet when we're on offense. So anyway, that is it. I gotta start getting going here. My kids are waking up. So anyway, quick shout out. I promised one of my viewers out there, he's been asking me to do a shout out for him. So he's suffering from bronchitis. So Vitor Alcantar. Vitor, I told you I was gonna do a shout out, so here you go. Sorry, buddy, you're sick. Hope you feel better. And to all of you, again, thank you for watching Norb-Cam and watching the videos. Please subscribe, share them with as many people as you can. Just trying to get the word out there about what I'm doing here. And you know, the more successful it is, the more it's going to fuel my fire to keep taking the time to make more, because I love it. And but it's a lot of work. So I hope that you know, the more people can watch it, the better. So, all right. I think that's it, 12th man. Let's get it done on Sunday. All right, keep watching, subscribe, do your thing. Appreciate it. Go Hawks.
Thanks for watching Norb-Cam. For more videos, hit the subscribe button at the top. To see how he made this really cool video, click the behind the scenes video on the left. To watch our first Rivals episode, Hawks vs. Packers, where I beat up this guy Trevor, click the video in the middle. To watch the behind the scenes of how I beat up Trevor, click the video on the right. Thanks for watching. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks!